In today's news, lack of administrative support delaying reviewers, says Governor. Influx of residency and belongership applications are posing issues for Immigration Department. Community meetings on Long Bay Beach management are planned, and Team Harneys wins CIBC First Caribbean Hunt for the Cure. In addition, meetings held with VI fishers to build capacity. We're also taking a look at the trade opportunity for local small businesses. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News.
Introducing a show poised to help guide modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen. It doesn't always involve suits and bow ties, but raw, real-life lessons. I'm taking you outside in the field to share the journey of some of the BVI's the best and brightest men. From East End to West End, Virgin Gorda to Jos Van Dyke, not forgetting Anegada. Our Virgin Islands gentlemen are doing the damn thing. We are the movers and shakers of this generation. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman. Season 4 by yours truly, Ron Grant. Raising a generation of greatness. Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on 284 Media.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
Welcome everybody. It's Friday, October 7th, 2022. A fantastic Friday to each and every one of you. I'm Ron Grant, coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. You're watching 284 News. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast, Team Harneys walked away as winners of this year's CIBC First Caribbean Hunt for the Cure after solving 20 clues in a time of 2 hours and 25 minutes. The bank, in a media release, confirmed that the event consisted of a total of 20 registered teams, adding that the event tested the local knowledge of the participants and covered locations across the width and breadth of Tortola. Second place went to Team Social Security, which solved the 20 clues in a time of 20 hours and 43 minutes, while third place saw a tie between Team Conyers Treasured Chest and Conyers Blue Raiders. Speaking on the initiative, branch manager Mr. Fabian Devonish said, and I quote, "This year's Hunt for the Cure was an energy-fueled occasion with a greater number of teams registering and taking part in the event than last year, which had been hampered by the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions." He also added, and I quote, "The organizing team put forward a great challenge for treasure hunters in delivering the 20 quiz-type clues, the answers for which they laid in cultural, historical, and community facts and statements within Tortola. Some teams," he said, "found the clues a bit hard, but then admitted that figuring out the answers made it all more rewarding. We thank all that took part and congratulate the winners who are set to enjoy a variety of special activities within the British Virgin Islands. Winners of the first place prize will set off on a day sail donated by Horizon Yacht Charters. The second place prize winners will enjoy an animal sanctuary and island tour at Necker Island by sea at Clare BVI, donated by owner Mr. Allington Gumption Creaky. And the third place prize winning team will be on an expedition with Gumption Sea at Clare Bottom Glass Tour. Congratulations to the winners, and most importantly, congratulations to CIBC First Caribbean for hosting another successful event in aid of the BVI Cancer Society. The Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor has continued to work on the Long Bay Beef Island Beach Management Plan since it was initially introduced to the general public for feedback earlier this year. Now, viewers, the development of the Long Bay Beach Island Management Plan is being done in a phased manner. The process began with a conceptual plan, which was discussed and open for feedback via community meetings held on March 29th and the 31st. Additional input to the planning process was received via an online public survey. Comments and inputs were taken into consideration, and amendments to the conceptual plan were set to be made as the basis for moving forward. Now, the Long Bay Beef Island Beach Management Plan is now in its draft detailed stage, which will be open for more feedback from the general public before the plan is finalized within the upcoming weeks. Minister for Natural Resources Labor, Mr. Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, that is, stated that he was pleased that the plan is progressing and spoke on its importance. He said, and I quote, "The progression and implementation of the beach management plan for Long Bay Beach Beef Island is crucial to the overall sustainability of that beach. It is a beach that you can visit year-round without having to worry about riptides or undertows. Long Bay Beef Island has become a popular location for Tortola for tourists and visitors alike, as well as residents, sharing in the footprint of cruise passengers that is customary in King Garden Bay and Bruce Bay, especially after the 27 hurricanes. My ministry remains, he said, committed to ensuring that the proper balance is struck between economic growth and natural sustainability at all beaches in the territory. Environmental Officer in the Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor, Ms. Angela Burnett Penn, highlighted how much progress has been made since the conceptual plan was presented for feedback. She said, and I quote, "The conceptual plan focused on a spatial plan for the beach to determine the best placement of facilities and amenities and designation of use zones to support the vision for the beach." She also added, and I quote, "Now that we have gotten feedback on the conceptual plan from the public, additional input through the survey and gathered field data, the ministry has developed a comprehensive draft detailed plan with input from various agencies and experts. The draft detailed plan includes several layers: the spatial plan, facilities plan, environmental restoration and protection plan, management measures and rules, and an implementation plan. We are again seeking feedback from the community," she said, "to ensure that all stakeholders are satisfied as possible with the proposed plan." Now, viewers, there will be a virtual community meeting on Tuesday, 11th October at 6:30 p.m. via WebEx and streamed on Facebook Live. The link to join that meeting to give feedback on the plan, of course, is on our website, so please view that. Now, the in-person community meeting will take place at the East End Methodist Church Hall at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, October 13th. Again, the in-person community meeting will take place at the East End Methodist Church Hall at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, 13th October. And the final plan will be presented to the Cabinet of the Virgin Islands for approval following any reservations based on public comment. When 284 News returns, lack of administrative support delaying reviewers' work, says the Governor of the Virgin Islands. And believe it or not, an influx of residency and belongership has been the reason persons are saying within authority that the applications are posing issues for the Immigration Department. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Over there. You must have cut fun to people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. You're watching 284 News out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Continuing on the local scene, several reviewers and investigators currently leading the relevant reviews, investigation, and audits arising from the Commission of Inquiry recommendations have reported to His Excellency Governor John Ranking, CMG, that they are facing difficulties in accessing the necessary documents from the public service. It is stated in the enhanced monitoring section of the framework document that these individuals must deliver written quarterly reports of their own to the governor, inclusive of an evaluation of progress made and the level of cooperation encountered. Ranking said that despite the overall level of cooperation being satisfactory, he has asked the Deputy Governor, and I quote, to remind public servants of the need to prioritize cooperation with the Commission of Inquiry implementations. The Governor warned that, and I quote, if there is evidence that access is being deliberately blocked, action will be taken in respect to the relevant officers. He continued by saying, and I quote, I trust that this will no longer be a concern by the time of my next quarterly review. He added, Governor Ranking found that in the work of some reviewers was delayed for several reasons, including delays to their appointment and or lack of administrative support, evidenced by reports of difficulties in accessing documents. Ranking reaffirmed viewers that it is essential to the implementation of the Commission of Inquiry recommendations that the reviewers receive all the necessary support and cooperation. The establishment of the implementation unit and the full cooperation from ministers and the public service, he trusts, will change the time and create an environment in which the reviewers can carry out their duties with the necessary support. He noted that he will be closely monitoring progress in that regard. Continuing on the local scene, believe it or not, we are facing a situation where an influx of residency and belongership status applications is seemingly creating challenges for the government as it implements the COI recommendations. His Excellency Governor John Ranking noted that this issue in his quarterly report to the United Kingdom on the implementation of the COI recommendations. He said, and I quote, I am aware that a number of individuals have experienced difficulties with applications made since June, including not being given receipts for submissions. I have raised this with the Premier as the Minister responsible for immigration. I understand that the increase, he says, in the number of applications received in the period under review has posed some challenges for the Immigration Department. Now, he continued by saying, the sudden rush in applications followed the National Unity Government's decision, viewers, to do away with the policy guiding eligibility for such applications after the previous 20-year policy was deemed unlawful. The territory has since returned to recognizing the existing legislation which stated that the residency threshold is 10 years, half of what was stated in the policy, making many more newly eligible people. Governor Ranking said that at this stage he is not fully satisfied with what is unfolding. Nonetheless, he noted the importance of remaining steadfast. He said, and I quote, it is important that the government fully implements its commitment to follow existing legislations on the residency threshold and to accept the process applications on that basis, pending completion of the review under COI Implementation B33. Viewers, when 284 News returns, meetings will be held with VI Fishers to build capacity, they have been held with VI Fishers to build capacity across the territory, and trade opportunity for local small businesses is to set center stage. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education, family. I love you. Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Hello?
Wait, you had a long time to get? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
All right, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
Viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. You're watching 284 News out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States is hosting a virtual regional trade exposition to connect small and medium-sized businesses with suppliers and buyers for a 3-day networking event in May 2023. This event will allow business exhibitors to, of course, have the opportunity to have real-time interactions with consumers, producers, and buyers, cost-effective marketing, and of course, to gain more knowledge of their industry. The BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association is coordinating the local participation of this excellent opportunity for Virgin Islanders and businesses to showcase their products and services on a regional stage. Businesses in the agriculture, creative industries, food and beverage, general manufacturing, health and wellness, professional services, as well as tourism sectors are encouraged to participate. The registration deadline is the October 15th, 2022, and the registration form can be downloaded at the bviccha.org. Again, that email address website is bviccha.org to find the form and be completed, and email to info@bviccha.org. For more information, interested persons and businesses can call the office at 345-3513. Again, the number for the BVICCHA office is 345-3513, or email them at info@bviccha.org. The Department of Agriculture and Fisheries facilitated a round of meetings with fishers through the territory as part of the Darwin Plus funded project titled Capacity Building in Fisheries, Evidence, Networks, and Management in the Virgin Islands, which was held from September 26th to the 29th. Representatives from the Caribbean Natural Resources Institute, the United Kingdom Government's Center for Environment, Fisheries and Agriculture Science, and the Caribbean Network for Fisherfolk Organizations held a successful round of discussions with fishers last week on Anegada, Virgin Gorda, Jost Van Dyke, and Tortola. The project began in 2020 and aims to strengthen fisherfolk capacity and engagement in sustainable fisheries management, including, of course, supporting the development of a formalized network of fisherfolk to enable a collective voice and greater participation in decision making. Now, viewers, the project also reviews and merges existing evidence, data, and maps for the marine areas and creates a centralized fisheries database and fisheries evidence report to improve the capture and display of fisheries data to support future licensing and management decisions. Mrs. Melanie Andrews Bacchus, representing Canar, that's C-A-N-A-R, said, and I quote, "We were able to meet with 50 small-scale commercial fisherers who expressed an interest in getting better organized. A common sentiment repeated by several fishers across the 4 islands was the need to have one voice. Along with our project partners, we look forward to providing support to the fishers within this effort." CFRUS representative Dr. Peter Randall described his visit by saying, and I quote, "The coronavirus pandemic forced us to gather information remotely for the Fishers Evidence Report for the British Virgin Islands. This collaborative visit to the 4 main islands helped us to understand the local context. The interaction with fishers provided valuable insight to our remote findings on both the nature of the fisheries and on the prevalence of abandoned, lost, and otherwise discarded fishing gear around the Virgin Islands, also known as ghost gear. The responses from the fisherfolk will be fed into the Fisheries Evidence Report, which identifies key issues and gaps for fisheries management." Mr. Adrian Larada, chairman of CNFO, described his visit as productive, stating, and I quote, "Fishers here have an interest in organizing. They understand the benefits but need support. We are hopeful that fishers will organize, create a local fishers network, and ultimately join CNFO." Director of Agriculture and Fisheries, Mr. Theodore James, away, of course, during the Canary CFUS CNFO visit, thanked everyone for their participation and congratulated the team on executing a very successful round of meetings with fishers. Upcoming activities for the project include training, of course, with staff in GIS, of course, follow-up meetings with fishers to support, they say, the development of local fisherfolk network, joining CNFO and capacity building in sustainable ecosystem-based fishers, management, and fisherfolk. The final report, viewers, and recommendations will be available in early 2023 and will support the development of the fisherfolk network to better support coordinated efforts and projected analysis for the fisheries and natural environment. Viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. But before we go, I want to remind you to check out a number of contexts, of course, on our website, the TEDx Featured Speakers Series, which will be taking place on October 15th. That's Saturday, October 15th. I had the opportunity to sit down with all of the speakers as well as the organizers to get an inside view as to exactly what we can expect. Of course, tickets are available at CCT Retail Store Office in the Geneva Place. And in addition to that, we just recently conducted an interview with Ms. Shirley Osborne on the 3rd annual Montserrat Conference, which you are encouraged to check out. Of course, the BVI will be represented there by Ms. Shana Smith. And as you know, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman will be coming back for Season 4 beginning next Wednesday, October 12th. That's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I will see you again tomorrow, Saturday, as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We're 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Happy Friday, everyone. Do have a beautiful rest of the day. And in case you missed any of our newscasts this week, I will be here tomorrow delivering the weekly news roundup, topping all the major stories of this past week. Have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
This customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes,
Good
Sonny.
morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man, forget you.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Why? This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit, I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello?
Wait, you're the launch again? You say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Alright, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later. Bye!
Okay, honey. I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today.
The wait is over. CCT Fire is here. Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire. Bring it home and upgrade today.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals. And messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.